Hey, what's up, what's up? We're going to look at Game 6 of the World Championship match between Anand and Topalov. Anand is currently up one game. He has two whites in a row now. Today he gets white, and then there's a break day, and then he gets another white, because they, reverse the colors or something. The order of the colors. Anyway, I'm slightly rushed, because I'm supposed to, meet people at some point. I don't know when, and then who knows how long I'll be out. So it's I'm trying to do this now. Forgive me if, we don't get to go in as much depth as I'd like. We're going to go through the opening relatively quickly. So we have some kind of every game is a Catalan. Hasn't he won both times with white, yet he's going right into the Catalan again. This is a different variation of the opening, though. Alright, so what's going on here? You know, one of the main ideas, I believe, is just the bishop on g2 and the knight on e5 really constrict black's development. I bet one of the lines involves black sacking a pawn. They just develop the pieces, but we'll see. Knight d3. But it feels like black can get out now with knight c6. So queen a4. All right. Weird move. It's weird for a lot of reasons, because black can go bishop d7 to c6, and just be up a pawn. It's just so weird. Let's see what... He doesn't do that. Oh, okay. I guess if bishop d7, queen b3. If bishop c6, then we can take. And if knight takes, queen b7. And if pawn takes, I guess queen b7 wins. Yeah, let me just demonstrate. This wins material, because the knight can't come out. And if the knight took, queen b7. So I guess that's the line. And after queen b3, there's no way to defend b7. So he goes knight c6 instead. I mean, taking it looks kind of risky, because two knights against two bishops. So I don't think... But... What's he supposed to do, knight d6? Is that let's see. Rook c1, alright. Just taking it slow. Hoping that this bishop will never be able to get out comfortably. And if bishop d6, 7 now? What's up? Okay, I wonder why not bishop d7 now. Knight a5? I don't know. Maybe something like knight a5, attacking this b7 pawn, attacking this pawn, and if knight takes knight, queen takes d7. I really don't know. So he's just... Whoa, what the Alright, so I just assumed he was going to recapture. I guess the idea is that this endgame is pretty bad, because even though you have two bishops, you're going to lose another pawn. And then the two knights here are actually very strong, because they kind of control some nice squares. So after white took this, he played the move b5, which is kind of a crazy move. Just trying to keep things open. Because I guess now if take, a few ideas. Bishop a6 is one of them. The other one that looks more natural to me is some kind of e4 move. Maybe start with this, and when the rook moves, e4, and then when the knight moves, something like d3. I don't know. This is just, and then g5. Because if the knight moves, queen f2. Some attacking ideas like this look like they can be dangerous, certainly. So we have a lot. We can move candidates. We can move the queen. We can take on b5. Or I guess those are really the only real candidate moves, right? So I kind of... If we move the queen, black's going to take on c4. And the position seems totally fine for... theoretically, okay? Let's say we do this. I mean... It should be okay. Well, okay, maybe we can take this, so... That could be annoying, but... But we can do something else here. We can start with this move, and then rook c8 or something. I just... I don't know. We have to make a decision now whether to go bishop takes pawn, or to not. I don't like bishop takes pawn. I think we're only up a pawn there, and the pawn center is too strong, so I'm going to just do something else. Okay, that's what he did. Yeah, sometimes you just have to make a positional judgment, and screw... I just... you're only up one pawn. And if it's 2 pawns, maybe, but look at this. I mean, it's just positional compensation. Minimum. I don't even know if there's a concrete line or not, but I'd rather just, okay, that move I didn't, see, I'm surprised by queen c2. Because after pawn takes knight, do we gain any new options, like knight b4? Because it's like, we can take on a8, of course. Because after queen a3, I guess now we would go queen b6. Sorry, c6. Sorry, I'm a little rushed, so I'm like, my lines may not be as crisp as usual, because I think I maybe missed something in one of my analyses before. But it's kind of funny that you wouldn't want to have some discoveries, like with queen a3. I mean, could you be worried about this move? Some exchange sack of some sort? I don't know. Like, oh wait, am I confused? No, I'm not confused. Right now we're down a whole rook. What's going on here? It's just like, like queen a3 seemed more natural, because after this maybe the discoveries don't matter, I don't know. Let's see what happened. That'll maybe give us some hints. So I assume knight takes e5, queen e4. So maybe he determined that this endgame is always just good for white, because even though the 2 bishops, the rooks are very active, and the knights control the squares, but really? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I'm scared for black here. I have a feeling Anand's not going to win this game. By the way, he's going to be a draw. I just like 2 bishops, and white has some open c file, but I just don't believe that. I pray he'll go queen c6 now. Or something. Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah, he's not going to win this game, man. I almost want to draw at this point, because you never know when these 2 bishops could be a pain. This will show how much I understand. Because if I was white now, I would want to draw. But maybe he's, we'll see who's pushing and who's not. I guess knight c6 allows rook c8. No, it doesn't, because knight c6 allows bishop takes knight and rook e2. The reason it doesn't allow this is because of knight e7 check. But doesn't really do anything. I mean, maybe f3, I don't know. f3 allows like some move like this. And a discovery. I don't know, maybe rook d1. Let's see what he does. Rook c1? Who knows? Rook c1, alright. f6. Knight c6 loses a pawn the same way we mentioned earlier. Well, it doesn't, because we can take on a6, actually. So maybe knight c6 is actually not so bad. I take it back. Because this is actually very bad for black, because we lose the bishop, probably. Or, it's pinned. It's very bad. Big trouble. They have to go rook e7, probably. Which maybe is okay, as a matter of fact, but it's not a dream come true. Knight f3 is also an option. Because this knight blocks everything, and here, both ways they take, we have a good knight. So let's see what he does. He goes knight d7. Such a weird game. I don't know what's going on, man. Bishop f5. Knight c5. Bishop b6. Man, it's weird. These knights are hopping all over the place, I mean, usually the 2 bishops against the 2 knights are very strong. I mean, admittedly, in this position, the knights have some good like outposts. Like that knight on d3 kind of controls all. But I just find it hard to believe that he's going to be able to win this at all. Because at some point, you never know when those knights are going to be outmatched. But maybe it's never going to happen in this game, because white has the open file, and I don't know. I think it's going to be a draw. That's usually a pretty safe bet when you watch these guys at this level play. But actually, so far, 3 decisive games out of 5, so not so clear. Knight c5 allows... I don't know. You know, knight c5 allowed, like, the e2 pawn can get weak in some lines. After, like, bishop f... Oh, well, this is just a pain. After rook c8, it's just a pain here, so... Like with the pins. So he just goes knight d6. What now? I don't know what to do. Knight c8, or can the bishop go anywhere? I guess it can go to a5, but it's kind of... You can go to d8. It's a really weird move, man. We also have ideas like knight g6. What a strange move. What's he doing? Bishop, he goes to a5. He can go b4 now. Because if bishop takes b4, knight d3. But then rook e8. And it probably doesn't work out for white, because attacking the knight. But we can go knight d3 first, and then rook e8, and then, you know, knight d6 and stuff. I don't know, those are just some ideas. Knight d3, rook e8, that's what happens. I guess he goes knight d6 now. Knight e7, wow. I mean, it's such a weird game. Weird. I have a feeling white's still trying to win this, but it shouldn't be easy. But now we're forced to go to c6, right? And then after bishop c6, rook c6, rook e2. White's up a pawn. Black's up a pawn, sorry. So, wait, what? Why didn't he go to d6? Rook to e6, and then we can just go back to c8, worst case, or we can go knight f5. Alright, I want to see what happens, because this is weird. So he just allows this. Take, and rook e2. Why doesn't he... I don't understand anything. Alright, why doesn't he take? Because, you know, instinctively this seems like the right choice. I just don't know. What weird stuff this is. I mean, rook d2 is a threat too. It's like... It's not so easy. I mean, it's just black has to be better here. So if black's better here, that means that white's trying to draw, because, or that black's trying to win now. Black's just clearly trying to win, because if he doesn't go for that line, he tries to keep the pieces on the board. He's decided his 2 bishops have some long-term potential. I think it just can't be that white's trying to win anymore after a move like rook b7, when he passes up that extra pawn endgame. So. Alright, I don't know, I still think it's going to be a draw, but... Especially after that. Yeah, I mean, because now the 2 bishops are gone. Maybe a3 probably is the natural move. Yeah. a3 is the natural move to a scared pigeon like me. I don't know, I'm just, you know, I don't want to help them with the pressure of bishop e6 attacking that, and b4. But, yeah, I mean, I guess this makes sense, attacking the bishop. But, yeah, that move, and then rook d2, okay. So the idea is if rook to d4, I guess rook either rook e2. Yeah, just rook e2. Because if this move maybe just rook here, well, then maybe bishop e6 wins some material. Yeah, it does. So it's all good for black there. I'm just a little confused by the whole game. Before, I mean, I still feel it's just going to be a draw. It's going to fizzle out pretty soon. I mean, we can certainly probably take on d4 now. I mean, without losing, but probably okay. And now we can take on b4. So now again, white's trying to win. I'm just so confused. I have to go back to that because now we have to pass b pawn. But rook. Black was threatening, by the way. Rook takes c5. We have ideas like rook d6 to like, let me just demonstrate. Like, let's say something like this happens. Well, I guess this sort of defends, right? But we can start annoying with this move, you know, and white can never take because of checkmate. So I still think black should have enough positional compensation to just not lose this. I mean, I may be overestimating, but like a move like rook c2 now could be annoying. I don't know. Rook b2 maybe. Yeah, rook b2 is better. Rook d2. I guess knight e4 is a pain. But then maybe either rook's behind the pawn. It's just I just can't imagine white can win this. I bet it's going to repeat now. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't. So black's trying to win now. I just have no idea what's going on. Because, you know, we get rid of that pawn. Black does have the edge with the bishop boxing in the king. And if knight c5 now, I don't know. We could just go back to c5. Oh, okay, his idea is rook f3. Okay. And then after knight e4, then we do take on b3. Topalov's fighting his guts out here. Jeez. Oh, sorry. That looked like it's a good move to get the rook out of the active spot. Because here, you know, white's kind of tied down. But after this nice move, black must take. We can take. Wait, I thought they must take, but maybe I was wrong. Oh no, I'm sorry. Black can go back with the rook. Yeah, okay. Man, I should really try to do this when I'm more relaxed. Because at any moment I could get a phone call, and I know then I'll have to wrap up in like a few minutes. So I'm trying to make sure to save my energy for the important moments. But whatever, this game has not been so exciting. But Topalov's really pushing here. I still believe he's not going to lose this game, Anand. He's just too strong. You know, the material's too. Yeah, he's going to go knight e4, knight f2, and it's going to be a draw. He's going to take and go knight e4. Oh, but rook g2, can that be annoying? Probably not. Yeah, I guess it was. God damn it. I can't figure anything out these days. What was he going to do? Just move the rook somewhere? Or maybe just go king g7? Maybe this is just a pain in the butt. Yeah, it is. So rook d1. This black's better. Because if we ever go knight e4, that same move, just rook g2, king h1, and then like some move. I don't know what. My black just has the edge. Okay, this is a good move. Just bring the king in like a normal person. Yeah, again, it should be a draw. But he's going to fight real hard. I'm not going to spend too much time unless something looks critical. But it's not happening. Alright, draw. I'm sorry that I wasn't like completely mentally there. Really, I agreed to do this match. I did warn that on Friday and Saturday I would be like completely like have very little time. Because like I could try and do it later, but I don't even know if I'll be home by free by 3 o'clock, you know, and then I'm just like exhausted. So I figure at least let's do it when I'm have some energy. But it's actually better to be tired than rushed. because I don't know. I just felt like I can't analyze this stuff in the beginning of the game. It's just such a weird game. Everything about it was weird. Like when black doesn't go for this one line where you could be up a pawn. I mean, to me, I feel like this is way. It's just look natural to me. But can't move the knight because of d3. King f1 just allows a simple rook d2, which is horrible. If rook here, I mean, I think even taking and king h7, I wasn't so clear on what to do, because if this move, I was thinking this move. You know, we can try something like this. But, you know, black should even be slightly better with this past d pawn, you know. Probably it's going to be a draw, but... Anyway, I'm going to go check on ChessBase real quick, see what they said. Today's game was like, okay, today's game was unlike any other ever seen in World Championship history. It started off as a normal Catalan. Well, okay. Alright, I'm going to just read what it says. Today's game was unlike any other ever seen in World Championship history. It started off as a normal Catalan, with Topalov deviating from the previous line that led him to disaster in Game 4. Then Anand produced a novelty that led to a middle game pitting his knight pair against black's bishop pair, and spurred off into a unique sequence of 13 consecutive knight moves. Huh. I guess that's never happened. So, why doesn't he... Wow. Ten consecutive knight moves was the record in 1961 in Tal Botvinnik. So I wonder why he didn't take that pawn. It doesn't seem to mention it anywhere to me. It just, as though like it's not even a consideration. I mean, okay, I guess it's an express annotation, because I mean, to me, you know, you have to at least take a brief glance, and why not to take this? But I don't know, man. I just have I just can't sit here for all day and figure this out. Knight f4, rook b2, knight d5. This is kind of interesting, I guess. If bishop d8, rook c8 wins. But, you know, by the way, after knight f4, we're not forced to... well, if we don't take on b2, then knight d5 is annoying. So, I guess the only move... Like, this move, rook c7, is annoying. Certainly. And if this move, we attack it with tempo... I don't know, but this move, you know, is at least a draw if we take. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I guess wait till black goes like this, starts to get some pressure. Weird stuff. But I'm curious, why not? Anyway, listen, I'm gonna try to have more energy next time I do this. But it was a draw. Hopefully Anand wins the next one and gets up 2 points. I'm good at predicting the result, though, huh? I knew it was going to be a draw for a long time. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.